Steele and Jackie Collins. We'll see how lucky I get today. Hi, Dee. You know, this whole glasses thing is just getting me down. All right. It just is. I'm just... My kids hate it. We're going to talk because... Thank you. All right, wait. We got to get this on camera. Do we start? Oh, we're rolling. People yell at me when I say we're rolling because you don't roll anymore. There's no film. There's no film. We're not rolling. Hi, I'm Vicki. Hi. And I am a communist. No, I am a writer. That's a different room. And I have so many rooms. That's another story. All right, I'm touching them. I have to talk to you. I have to quell about my look at these earrings. This morning I was bitching to the people. I just wrote another article for the HuffPo. We'll see if they dare to put it in about my language. It's called "Nice Girls Don't." My language, what it says about me and what it doesn't. And the last line of the article is, if you don't like it, you can go yourself. Yeah. So I wonder if they'll be putting it in. We'll see. We'll all find out together. But anyway, so I was complaining because last night one of my feathers broke in half. How does a feather break in half? Then this morning another one fell out, and then just now another piece. And I was complaining about my feathers. And then I'm molting. So another byproduct of menopause, you molt. So not for sissy, this menopause. So I'm complaining about my feathers, and in walks Michelle. Look at these! Oh, how fabulous. Okay, so then the outfit. Okay, Craig knows nothing of this, so I might really hear about it. So say something nice so he doesn't. And my kids hated the blouse. I bought the blouse this summer. They were like, that is like so wrong. They was like, that is so, and then a little leather, it's not bad. A little leather, not bad. So Craig doesn't know. He's busy. He's working on the new Whitney Cummings show. So he doesn't have time for me. Yeah. In that show. Yeah. And the thing is, you know, when he was with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, he made time for me. Yeah, but now, no. Whitney Cummings, no time for me. No. Okay. She's coming and you have no idea how profound those words are. I am not coming. Yeah. It's so sad. Okay, so before we even start, and we're going to be doing a lot of this again, before we even start, disclaimer, 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 by being here you are giving me permission to film you and exploit the shit out of you. No, I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't do that. But you know, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, the works. And this is very exciting. Our own Louise Palanker, who read in June, for those, and I missed you guys who weren't here last. It was so wrong without you. It was just wrong. It was just wrong. Wrong. So, and we're missing some, we'll get to that. But anyway, so Wheezy, yes, who read for us in June, is getting married in a couple days. So she couldn't be here today. She thought about it, but I think she needed to prepare. I don't know how you prepare to be a bride, but you get waxed. I don't know what else you do. But anyway, she is considering doing a documentary on women who write. Yeah, so this is really thrilling and exciting. And then there's a whole other thing in the works that JC and I actually were working on this little. So what I did on my summer vacation, okay, let's start there, because I've already started in 17 different places, but we'll start over. Okay, so I have to read. Oh, the disclaimer. And this is without drugs. Can you imagine what I was like before? It's just frightening to think. Okay, so you're giving me permission to do that. Don't lose anything. Don't hurt yourself. Don't burn up. Don't do anything like that, because I'm not going to help you at all. You give away all your rights when you walk into this house. We can rape, pillage, and... No, we won't do that. But anyway, so that's off. Okay, were any of you around in the early days of Women Who Write when Carrie White, the hairdresser, read here? Were any of you here? Oh, good, because I'm going to have her back. Because she's got a book that is about to be a bestseller. It just hit like 2 days ago. She was hairdresser to the stars. She did them all. She did the hair for Warren Beatty and Julie Christie during Shampoo. Oh my God! She did like Mick Jagger. She did everybody. And so she's written, and she had a lot of issues, abuse, drug addiction, all kinds of things. She was like homeless and totally bottomed out, and now she's this huge success, bigger than ever. And I'm going to have her come back and read, because none of you were here, and we have to hear. And this book, it's called Uppercut. So be on the lookout, get it, read it first. Definitely going to have her, very exciting, thrilled for her. And it is, for hairdresser especially. Okay, who remembers the divine Paul Levine? Who was here last October? We love Paul Levine. Okay. Paul tonight at 7 p.m. is reading at Vroman's. So I don't like to go places after here. I'll tell you what happened in June when I left here. But anyway, I'm going to go because we should support our own. And so he's going to be at Vroman's in Pasadena, 7 p.m. tonight. And he's got his new Jake Lasseter book, not this one, brand new, bestseller. And ladies, lawyer, best-selling author, sold a ton of books. Single. Okay, single. So, okay. Oh, and I want to say, what else did I do on my summer vacation? I read Phil's book. Now, I don't know how many of you actually got, I had to go on Amazon and like do all this investigating. $3.24. It cost $3.24. It costs more to ship the thing than it did for the book. Wrong. This is the most delightful, funniest book. I read this on the plane, the entire plane ride. You're lucky you're funny. The guy to my left was so pissed off because I didn't stop laughing. And I will not say out loud, but I was it is hysterical. It is fabulous. And his voice, well, you know how adorable he is from being here. He is so adorable that I just cannot recommend it highly enough. I mean, I'm going to actually get my son to read it, and he doesn't read. But, you know, it's just fabulous. Yes. Is he reading it?
Yeah.
I must. Thank you for saying that. I must get it. No, in the car. He's the best. He's the best. And Exporting Raymond. If anybody in here has not gone to see Exporting Raymond, get your ass in the theater. Well, no, now it's on DVD. It's on DVD. Get the DVD, Blu-ray. It's fabulous. Okay, so.
American Airlines site and recommend that they add it to the listing. So any of their frequent flyers, whether you have a frequent flyer number or not, you can go in and decide which movies are going to be shown coast to coast.
And by the way, when you posted that, I sent your post to Phil, and he was very touched that you did that. Thank you very much. So it's on, anybody in here who's not in the Women Who Write group that Suzanne Wong started, we're on Facebook, Women Who Write group. Right. Vicki Abelson's Women Who Write group. Go be there, because then everybody can do shout-outs what they're doing. We can keep in touch with each other. We can ask each other questions for support, for help, for love. Yeah, it's fabulous. Yeah. Okay, so after I left here in June, for those of you who weren't here, I was going to the Writers Guild that night, even though I was leaving for New York 36 hours later, even though I had to scrub the toilets and the floor again after you guys left, even though I'd only slept for 2 hours, I dragged my ass to Beverly Hills to the Writers Guild so that I could meet Albert Brooks. Okay, so he gave the most phenomenal Q&A maybe that I've ever heard. I mean, it was hysterical. It was worth everything. It was so phenomenal. And I had my stack of books. I had one from my mommy. I had one from my father-in-law who was turning 90, and I had my book. Okay, so the line to get Albert to sign your books was like 200 people. And I thought, oh, my God, I have to go to New York. I'm going to be here all night. I have to do it for the girls. So I got in line. The line moved like this. Why? Because he's not looking at anybody. He's not talking to anybody. And all he's doing is signing like this. Next. And they have like handlers standing there, ushering you through. And I'm like, I did not come here to be handled. I am going to take my moment no matter what. So I am so lame at that. My kids were like, Ma, don't do that. So it's almost my turn. My heart is, I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I get up there and I have 3 books. I figure out, well, I've got 3 seconds. Albert, hi, I'm your Twitter nemesis. And he looks up and he says, what's your name? And I said, Vicki Abelson. And he said, you're Vicki Abelson! Because I'd been bugging the shit out of him to come read for us, right? So now I say, it's my father-in-law's 90th birthday. He writes to my father-in-law. Then I I say, my mother's name is Honey, and he writes to Honey. Mine? But I don't care. So anyway, and I didn't want to blow it because I jump too quick. Don't jump, the name of my book. I always jump. I always say, I fuck it up. I go in for the kill too soon. I'm not going to do that. So I leave him be, and I wait, and I go back on Twitter, and I tell him how nice it was to meet him, and and now I just kind of say things here and there. Albert, we want you. Albert. Okay. And well, fuck you. No, he's married. I didn't say that, Albert. What? Oh, no. Oh, I lost the thing on my glasses. That's why it hurts. I have to go get my other pair. Okay, so what I did on my summer vacation was I went to New York, and I saw Derek Jeter hit his 3,000th. Yes, I did. I was there. And I took my kids to see the Book of Mormon. My mother got us tickets, which was unbelievable. Okay, it's the best show ever in the history of shows. But, okay, now I don't know if you know anything about the show, but there's a lot of gays. The gays. I love calling them the gays. And I'm allowed, because I have friends that are gay. I can. They told me I can. So anyway, the lead guy is adorable and brilliant and like the best voice I've ever heard. And he's gay. And so I take my kids to the stage door afterwards because they want their program signed. And so he's not paying attention to people. He has friends there, and he's only talking to them. And so while he's signing people's things, he's not looking at them, and I want him to look at my kids, thinking, how can I get his attention? So my kids are like the next in line, and there's other people standing around. And so I look at him, and I said, you're so fabulous. I could turn you. Now, this is the reaction I thought I was going to get. But what happened? He looks at me and he said, what did you just say? And my kids go, silently. And the people online turn around and go, what did you say? Don't jump. So now where I have to go with my kids and go meet my mother and her husband for dinner, and my kids are hating my fucking guts. I am mortified, humiliated. I turned to my kids and I said, look at what, and I get all defensive, right? I'm like, it wasn't so bad. Oh, come on, he has no sense of humor. Nobody thought it was funny. I mean, crickets. So we have like the most awkward dinner in the history of the world at my favorite restaurant in New York. Okay, the next night we go see Motherfucker with a Hat, Chris Rock's show. Mommy, okay, so I had been in touch with Chris before. I know Chris from when he was a kid. So I had sent him a note, and he said, let me know when you're coming. I wrote him that morning. So I go to the stage door, no, my name's not at the thing. So I say to the guy, could you just tell Chris I'm here, and I give him my card. Well, 5 minutes later, up the stairs we go into Chris Rock's dressing room, and he takes pictures with my kids. Kathy Griffin's in there. They got to meet Barbie. I got to meet Barbie Cannavale. And all was forgiven. Because I said to my kids, okay, if we get up there, do we have a deal? Is this over? So anyway, I'm actually in the process of shooting a pilot pitch, and everything I do wrong is the core of the story. Okay, so also on my summer vacation, I wrote for the Huffington Post. Did you read my article? Okay, thank you very much, yeah. So hopefully the next one will be in, and I want to tell you, the woman, the divorce editor who put it in, which ironically, ladies, I think it's really good to tell you that the article I wrote about being the not-so-gay divorcee came out as the lead story in the divorce section the day I had my legal thing with my husband, the lawyers. We were sitting there. And so I was able to whip open my computer and say, oh, look. No, but it was actually good timing because, because I'm doing something, Yeah, and I am abundant. I am abundance. That's, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So, Thank you very much. I actually wanted to read today the one I sent in yesterday about my language. I really wanted to read it to you guys, but yeah, because I'm not, because I don't want to give it like a Kinahura because it hasn't been published yet. Yeah. So, okay. Huh?
No, everyone knows what
A Kinahara is, like, give it bad luck. Okay, all right, everybody's in a rush today, so I want to get on with it. What else do I want to tell you? Okay, you know, Hillary Clinton says it takes a village. You know, it takes a village to raise kids. It takes a village to do this. I missed you guys so much. It's so empowering to be in this room with you all. Forget empowering. It's loving. It's wonderful. Okay, it takes a village to do Women Who Write. And JC, everybody, anyone who doesn't know, J. Marshall Craig is here. A boy to film us, because men are only allowed when they serve us, as you know. And I felt bad because my friend Ramona, who I love, is here all the way from New York, who I love. And Ramona's son brought her, and he had to do a driving Miss Ramona because I said, no, he can't stay because if he's not serving us. But he sings and he plays, and so we're going to have him back, and he'll come and entertain us. Because when men entertain us, they're allowed to stay. So, but anyway, there was a point to this. Oh, yes. So Nicole, who's been shooting Women Who Write for us for months and months and months, is in school and can't do it for the next few months. I desperately need a videographer because JC's going to go off to shoot a movie. So if anybody, not right now, but if anybody knows anybody can help me, somebody who can come once a month, just sit there with the tripod, yes, no, yeah, you know, and that's all it is, and I would really appreciate it. The reason why you have not gotten a recap yet for June is because I had 7 photographs from June. Nobody took photographs for some reason. Louise was up here, and it was just one of those days, and I got no photographs. So I like, uh-oh. So it's going to be a very strange recap, but you'll get it.
Can you do freeze frames from the video of each person?
I have a picture. They're just not good. I'm just not happy after the Phil one when we had an abundance of wealth and beauty, and it's hard to backpedal. Okay, let's get to it because we have so much. We have a really big shoe for you. Okay. Okay. It's not every day we get a Goo Goo doll. But Karel Tunador is so much more. And before I tell you his credits, we share a very important person. For anyone who's been here before, you know how I talk on and on about Zoe Moon, who is not only my astrologer, but one of my very closest and dearest friends. And I don't do anything without Zoe. I literally, the other day, she said, oh, you know, I was talking to her about the HuffPost piece and went to send it in, and she was like, you must send it in before Monday morning. And I stayed up till 3 in the morning to finish it, because she said it had to be on the person's desk before, because of the bad energy. And the last piece, I sent it in. She said, oh, no, that was the void of the moon. You weren't supposed to send it. Oh, my God, I gave it. And she said, you have to resend it. I said, I can't resend it. She said, you have to resend it. She's not going to see it. She tell her there was a mistake, and it ended up there was a mistake. So I resent it, and this time she said the woman's not going to get back to you for 3 days. And Zoe is always right. So I bet you in 3 days I hear from this woman. And Zoe married Karel and his wife. That's like just crazy. But anyway, Zoe's going to come and read for us in January, so that's going to be really exciting. I just love her to death. And if you don't know Zoe, friend her on Facebook, read her daily posts, because it's not like any astrology you ever know, like you've ever seen before. She has a completely different spiritual take on the whole thing, and it's beautiful.